Very good morning to all. I am Rajeshwari Gaudaman. I am the test automation architect in CGI. Together with me, I have my co-authors. It is Mukesh Singh and Mohammad Rafiq Siddiqui. So they are working as solution architects in CGI. So today we are here to demonstrate one of the unique implementation within the CGI, that is the feature testing tool. First of all, I would like to thank the STC team for giving us this opportunity to demonstrate our best practices in one of the best forum. So let's quickly jump into our train for the session today. So we just want to demonstrate what the problem statement we have. So how we conceptualized our tool. So that is that. And then we are going to explain about the architecture of our tool and a quick demo of how it is used in our day-to-day activities, and then the feature and the benefits. So if you have any questions, we can take it up in the, as the last session. We are happy to answer those as well. So coming to one basic question, what we have here is, so nowadays we are in the world of agility. So how are the validations of new code done in a continuous integration workflow? So continuous integration and validation are essential for any accelerated product development. So when we talk about agile world, right, even though we are saying that the dev team and the QA team are working closely together to improve the quality of the product, but the QA team has its own set of test cases, and the dev team they have their own set of unit test cases. It no way helps that the QA team will, even if we share our BVTs, that is the build verification test and the smoke test, to the dev team, right, before actually the code is being deployed. It does not make sense that it is fully tested, thoroughly tested before it is deployed to the environment. So the problem, coming to the problem statement one. So it is our legacy product. We have a lot of customers who are spanning in across regions. We have multiple customer environments which are connected to different databases and different application servers. Thinking from a QA perspective, so whenever the tester is getting some kind of work item, be it a feature, a bug, or a user story, right, whenever we are getting any change request or anything which is already in production for a large amount of years, then how much time it is taking for us to track the build associated with that particular work item, and then we have to manually pull in the code, and then we have to connect to the respective, because as I told, we are having multiple customer environments. So we have to connect to the respective application server, respective data server. We have to trigger the data set which we require to do the thorough testing. So all this process is actually taking time consuming. So literally we can say, right, for each work item or each change request we are getting in for an already deployed production application, it is taking around 15 to 20 minutes for us to set up this environment before actually we start the testing. So this is the first problem we faced. And the second problem what we have is, okay. So now also there is a situation that whenever there is a new thing that is coming in, whether it can be a change request, a change in the requirement, or it can be a change in the code. Whenever there is a change coming into the system, what is the risk that is associated with that change? How it will affect the system? So when there is a commit from a multiple developers to a common place, right? So we are not sure who has introduced the risk into the system. It is very difficult to identify the root cause of the issue. So by the time we have identified the root cause of the issue, it is already delayed so much that the developer has taken the next set of things to work on. So again, they have to come back to the previous thing which they have worked. They have to take the previous piece of code and they have to fix this. So there is a gap in identifying the root cause of the problem and then fixing it. So this delay in the system will affect if it is already in production, right? So this delay will directly cause to the directly proportional to the of the cost we have to taken to fix this particular issue. So this is the second problem which we have faced. So overall with these problems we have conceptualized and tried to identify a solution which actually can fit into our product. We have to make the QA to move a shift left towards the development stage, so that the testers and the developers, they work together, they do pair programming and they can do the pair testing as well, so that whatever the code that is being deployed, right, the quality of the code will be increased. So our solution, coming to the solution that CGI has given for this, is a feature testing tool. So this is an in-house effort at CGI. We have been experimenting this FTT at different stages in the product release cycle. We have been using this tool for around 4 to 5 years now, and we can say that it can be easily fitted into any new technologies that is coming. So any agile test management tool, we can say, whether it is an Azure DevOps or it is a Jira or it is an ALM, right? This tool can be easily plugged in into any of the existing management tool, and it helps us to leverage our testing activity, so that we can do the continuous testing at any scalable format. It can be any browsers or it can be any platform. So that is what the feature testing tool about. So conceptualization, so the coin term which hinted us to come up with this particular kind of tool is the dev QA ops. As I told you, right, so development should not work in silos and the ops team should not work in silos. Whenever there is a new change that is being developed by the developer, they will hand it over to the ops, and often the ops team will throw back saying that it is not in the deployable state. That means that there is a delay in implementing or deploying that particular solution into the respective environment. So here QA comes in between. So only one when the QA approves that particular piece of code, it will be get deployed to the respective environment. So in this way, we allow the QA and the developer to work together, so that the continuous testing is as is, the testing goes as is and it continues as is. So that is the key thing. This triggered the conceptualization, and it helped us to implement this feature testing tool. And also one more thing what we have faced here is, so we have to test that particular piece of code in multiple environments. So when we are waiting for the DevOps team to implement that piece of code in their respective environment, say whether it is a UAT environment or whether it is a QA environment, there is a delay associated with this deployment. So we have to wait for the ops team to implement that piece of code, and then we have to do the testing. So this delay also delays the release pipeline, so the time to market for that particular product. So when we talk about the agility, so the application should should have a sufficient resiliency. That means that it has to be tested in each and every environment, and thorough testing should be done. So whenever we have tested that in a QA environment, we have to wait for the ops team to deploy that into the subsequent, say for example, version environment or any customer environment. So if we have to wait, and then if we are finding some issues in the pre-prod environment, right, so all that way that we have tested from the QA to the UAT environment will go waste, and again we have to rework the entire cycle. So this delay in dragging the issue to the last stage will actually is directly proportional to the cost of fixing the issue. So coming to the what actually FTT does. So it is a unique implementation. As I told, it is a kind of a dev QA ops tool. It helps to resolve the pre-merge commit issues. So previously QAs were working in silos, right? So we are not worried about the deployment activity. So the developer will do the coding, and the ops team will do the deployment, and QA will be testing. But this FTT gives the power of the deployment to the QA. So in the agile world, that is what we require. So we have to work closely with the developer. So this FTT will resolve the pre-merge commit issues. So we can, so for every commit that is made by the developer, right, even if it is a single piece of line of code, for every commit the developer makes, we can do the testing parallelly. That is, the functional expert will be doing the testing for that particular piece of code, and the unit testing will be done by the developer. So we are working closely together, so that the quality of the code that is being deployed in the subsequent environment, say for example the QA environment, right, it is greatly enhanced. This helps in the greater reduction of the integration issues. So this FTT will resolve the pre-merge commit issues. It will do the builds, it will build the scripts for us, it will package the scripts with the right configuration. So here if you can see, right, for example, I'm just we have given a screenshot of this, but we have the demo later. But if I want to highlight this particular thing, so here you can see the screenshot of our FTT tool. Here we have the option to select the particular build. So select a particular commit for the particular code. So once a QA logs in, right, in our day-to-day activities, what we'll be doing, we will have the daily scrums and we will have a sprint backlogs and everything. So when we come for the day in the morning, right, we will just have to log in into this FTT tool. It will list out all the work items that are assigned to the particular test. So if there is a change request that is coming from the customer environment 1, and if there is another bug that is coming from the customer environment 2, then all these particular work items will be listed in this tool. So what the tester has to do is he has to simply select that particular work item, and then we have to select the environment where we need to do the testing. So it can be the customer environment 1 or customer environment 2. So whichever environment we want to do the testing, we have to select it and just we have to give the fetch bills. What automatically it will do is it in the back end it will do all the deployments. It will take all the bills together and it will connect to the respective database and the respective application server. We also have a GraphQL integration in between. It also maps a GraphQL to the correct service and the servers, so the application will be open for us immediately so that we can validate the change request or the bug. So in this way it helps to reduce the deployment time, and it also gives the power of the deployment to the QA. So with FTT, as I told, we can treat all the test environments as mutable. We have the power to change the environment and we can do whatever testing we want. So I'm not saying that developer, whatever the testing that developer are doing is not confined to the functionality requirement, but QA has. That's why we are saying, right, it has to be tested by a different person. So QA have their own set of test cases. So they have to also work with the developer and they have to also validate the code from the QA perspective. So that is the option that this feature testing tool is giving to us. So with this, right, the continuous testing at scale, so we are doing the continuous testing, and also we can scale to the whichever environment we want. We currently our application is deployed in both client server version as well as the web version, right? So we have the power to select the platform we want, we will have the power to select the browser we want, and we have the power to select the environment we want. So this is what our feature testing tool is all about. So coming to the thing architecture, or coming to a schematic representation of how it will works, right? So a developer will develop a code, a piece of code, right? He will simply throw the code with he will simply do the commit with a particular commit statement. Okay, so I have fixed so and so issue. So we can pick up that particular reason, commit reason, and based on that we can do the testing. So every single piece of code is being tested by both the developer as well as the tester. So only then when it is approved, right, it will be built and released and to the subsequent stages. So as I have shown in the diagram, right, we have here developer 1 environment, developer 2 environment, staging and production. We can do the deployment only after the particular QA tester has approved the piece of code. So we are also the and we are using. So this, as I told, this can be easily plugged in into any of the test management tools. Say for example Jira. So nowadays in agile world, right, Jira and Azure DevOps are the two giants which we have now. It is easily pluggable, and also it can be extended to any new technologies like Dockers and Kubernetes. So we are also trying to work in the cloud environment, so that is the next stage. So as I told, as we are using this for the past 4 or 5 years, right, we have not modified the core structure of the tool. We have just do enhanced it to be fittable into the new technologies or the new environments that we are getting in. So coming to the what are the benefits, right, what we have achieved with this tool. As I told, it has we have introduced the shift left strategy here. So now before using FTT, actually the testing will be done only after the code is merged to the dev master or the development branch, and then after that it is deployed by the operations team in the respective environment. So as I told you, right, for a tester to set up this environment to do the testing in a customer based environment or the test environment, it actually takes 20 minutes of time for doing the initial setup or deploying the build. to get it into the local environment, and then we have to start the testing. But after the FTT is being introduced, so now we have used the FTT in between this merge. So for every commit that is being done by the developer, this FTT helps us to validate that particular piece of code one, and once the tester approves, right, it is getting merged. So this FTT immediately deploys the code in whichever environment we want. So it is using some kind of latest technologies and solutions, so it is taking less than 2 minutes for doing the environment setup or the deployment. In this way, the tester has the power to test this particular application. The quality of the product is improved, and there is no much time spent in the deployment activities. So this is what we have achieved, and we are in the safe model of development, and proudly we can say that the quality of the product is much more increased, and also there are no integration issues identified in the subsequent phases as the QA is being introduced uh, together in the development mode. So coming to the architecture, so now we are going to talk about the architecture of the our tool. So it is not using any hi-fi technologies or something, but it is using the open source tool Robocopy, and also we have the Docker instance. So these are the two simple things which we are using in our FTT engine. So as I told you, you can see here. So this is the test management tool. It can be anything, right? So now we have example of from Azure DevOps. So this particular FTT engine, how it works. So it will take the a logged in user with a single sign on. Then it will automatically fetch all the work items related to the particular user, pulls in, and then shows in the UI layer. So it has a solid UI layer which shows to the particular logged in user all the work items that are assigned to the user. So we can see if there is an epic assign, it will be listed in the drop down, sorry, it will be listed in the table. So all the work items, whether it is a feature, a backlog, user story, or a bug, all it will be shown in the UI layer. So it has a solid UI layer. So how it is using is, we are using the open source REST APIs that are being exposed by the tool. So in Azure DevOps, we are using the some of the REST APIs which are already exposed by the tool. So with that, we are using, we are pulling the work items and deploying it in our layer. And once it is pulled in, this Robocopy, based on the selected environment, it will automatically connect from the backend. It will connect to the respective environment and the respective database server. So even if it is an application server and a database server, it will connect, and then it will use the Docker instance to do the deployment. So automatically that application will come up in whichever desired configuration we want. So the deployment is made easy for the QA tester, for the QA to work upon. So it can be any program database or a database, program DB or a data DB or an application server. It will connect and it will render the application data, and it will help us to mimic the environment which we want to test. So it will pull the builds into our personal laptop, and then we can start our testing immediately as is when the developer is coding the particular piece of functionality. So this is how it works. So this is the architecture of our FTT, feature testing tool. And here you can say this feature testing tool can also be integrated into the developer tools. So we have now included Visual Studio into our application. So as we are using it, so this will help to connect, and it will also help to connect to the latest repository which we have in our development. So with this, the QA and the test developer work together to improve the quality of the product with this QA shift left strategy. So in our organization, we have a very good architecture for the QA to QE transition. So this FTT tool helps us to move into the quality engineering level. So that way, right, we can say that the quality of the product, whatever is getting deployed or whatever is getting released in any of the release pipelines, is greatly improved when we introduce this feature testing tool into our software development cycle. So coming to the benefits, as I told you, we are already using this product for quite long period of time, 4 to 5 years. So the main benefit what we have achieved is the it has tightened the agile feedback loop. That means that whenever there is a system failure, FTT helps to directly pinpoint the root cause of the failure, whose code has introduced the failure to the system. So they can easily go and fix the failure. So that is one thing. So it has tightened the agile feedback loop. So mean time to failure, right, it is greatly reduced. So since it is within the development cycle, the cost of delay is also greatly reduced. So first is the tighten the agile feedback loop, and second one, as I told, it is the cost to fix the bugs, as the developer and the tester are together working in with the piece of the code, right? The cost to fix the bug is greatly reduced. So this is the 10x principle, which I know, which I assume that everybody knows. So when the bug fix happens at the coding level, then the cost to fix the bug is also greatly reduced. So here you can see this one. And the next benefit is, this is what we have added. So we have data gathered during our PIs and then during our sprints. With that data, we can just have pulled up some data, and we have demonstrated this graphs. So with FTT and without FTT, if you can see the red bar, right, the number of defects introduced in the QA period. So here, if you can see, it is higher after the development is completed. But when the FTT is introduced, this green line shows, right, all the bugs are resolved during the development phase itself. So when it comes to the QA or the UAT or the production, it is actually zero. The next one is mean time to repair. So this benefit is also integrated with the tightened feedback loop. So when there is a failure with the system, we can immediately go and pitch in and identify the root cause of the problem, and then we can fix it. So with that, the time between the failures is greatly reduced. As you can see in this metrics, right, the MTTR with FTT and without FTT, so it is more than 60% we have reduced the mean time to repair using this FTT. So that's all from our end. So with this FTT, right, this is the feature testing tool. We have achieved a proportionally a quality product. We have delivered a quality product with minimal number of bugs. So the power has given to the QA to do the deployment and also to validate the piece of code. So continuous testing is happening, and it is also scalable with all environments. So we can do the testing in any platforms and any environments. So that is up to the decision of the QA. So in the world of agility, resiliency is very important, and this FTT helps us to bring out a resiliency and a product is delivered to the customer. So now I will show you a quick demo. So it is pre-recorded. So you can see while the demo is running, maybe I can explain what we are doing on a daily basis using this feature testing tool. Okay, so this is the, it has a solid UI layer, as I told you, right? So what it is doing is, with the single sign on, it is listing all the work items that are assigned to the particular tester. Now the tester is going to enter some particular work item, and he will give the fetch bills. What it will happen, all the commits and all the bills will be displayed. So we also have the power to, so now we have selected the environment and we have selected the respective bill. So the client server application is open. So in this way, we can also open the web application. So now what it is happening is, I have triggered to open the web application. So it is deploying all the bills, latest bills into my local copy, and then now the application is open. So as you can see, right, previously it was taking 15 to 20 minutes for us to do this particular deployment, but now it is less than 2 minutes, I can say. So it is happening in a fraction of second, and everything is getting deployed. So now I have the power to change the develop environment. So we have the power to change the environment, and also we can pull in whichever code we want. So that option is also this FTT is giving to us. So these are all the local things that is getting these are all the application components that are getting deployed. So you can see this. So how fast it is. So it is like our application is rendered both in the desktop as well as the web version. So I am trying to open and explain how it works in the web version validation also. So this is how it works, and it is a great addition to the world of agile, and it helps the QA to do the testing in the correct way. So now we are done with the presentation. We have Rafiq and Mukesh also on the call. So if you have any questions, you can share in the chat. We are happy to answer you.
Rafiq, you are on mute somehow. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you hear me? Audio, Rajeshwari?
Yes, Kumar.
Yeah. So there is one
Yeah,
question.
we have
With the
one question
replacement of
here.
Jenkins
Is the
Hello.
pipeline, which
replacement
used
of
to
a
deploy
Jenkins
the latest
pipeline?
code on a test environment and run UT and IT test on that.
Yeah, Rafiq, so we are able to hear you.
Hello.
Yes, Rafiq. So
Yes, it is
this
open
like
source. That is, it is an in-house product.
Okay, am I audible now at least? Okay. With respect to the Jenkins builds question, right? I have to tell you that when we actually started with this feature testing tool, initially, we first, our bet was on Jenkins pipelines. We tried to accommodate Jenkins pipeline in such a way that it can actually integrate with our commits and do the deployment. But the problem here was it was only doing the automation of the builds and it was throwing the applications into a particular server, but it was not igniting it for the testers to actually go ahead and start testing it. And in fact, even the testers have to actually had to have follow up with the actual location where those builds were deployed and then go to that particular servers and get those things hosted, because it was actually a mix of a desktop client and also a web host client. So somebody had to actually get it deployed automatically when you tested a desktop client. So that was missing with respect to Jenkins. But that's where we felt, okay, let's do this a bit of automation on this manual work and compile all these aspects into one single entity so that that single entity will make sure your desktop application or be it a web application gets deployed to the tester to test it. Hope I answered your question.
And as far as the next question is concerned, is FTT a open source tool? Not yet. It is an in-house tool. We have built it for our in-house need, but definitely uh, we will think about it that can it be open source or it can be given as a shareware.